Welcome back to Rcomics. This is Riggs with the poll list for September 15th, 2021. On the poll list, I give you my 7 top comics I'm looking forward to this week. First up is Black Widow by Kelly Thompson, art by Raphael De La Torre, and cover art by Adam Hughes. With the Apogee story arc finished up in the last issue, we're starting another new chapter in this run on Black Widow. This is an excellent run. It is a lot of fun. It has Yelena in it as well, so you got the two widows working together, and it's fun with her web, as she calls it. Headquarters, and I think Kelly Thompson's doing a lot of fun things with Black Widow, and I can't wait to see the next issue. So I would suggest picking up Black Widow number 11 if you have any interest in the Black Widow character. Up next is Eternals, Thanos Rises, written by Karen Gillan, art by Dustin Weaver, cover art by Asad Riddick. Eternals, this is a one-shot, I believe. I am interested to see how this one goes. I did fall off of the Eternals ongoing that they have on currently. I believe it ends in the next issue. I think they started a couple of one-shots to try to get material out right before the movie comes out in November. I am interested to see what this one shot sounds like. Karen Gillan, I do usually really like his work. I just fell off the Eternals bandwagon on the monthly ongoing series, but I'm going to pick this one up and give it a shot. Hopefully it's got a nice, concise storyline. I know in the current ongoing, Thanos is the big bad in that, and he looks to be the main focal point in this one as well. I always love a good Thanos story, so I am going to pick up Eternals Thanos Rises, but I'm not 100% sure on it. But if you have any wondering what the movie might kind of look like, this might be the closest. The traditional Eternals stuff is probably not going to be anything what the movie's like. I think the movie's going to veer far away from the traditional Eternals stories. The closest one I think that might be is Neil Gaiman's run, but we'll see what this one has in store for us. I'm excited to see what it looks like. Up next is the Harley Quinn, the Eat, Bang, Kill Tour number 1. If you haven't been watching the Harley Quinn animated series on HBO Max, I'd suggest go watch the first 2 seasons. It is phenomenal. It is foul-mouthed, hilarious, and absolutely a great satire of the DC universe. It's a lot of fun. I'm hoping that this comic does the same thing, hoping T. Franklin and Max Sarin really take the ball and run with it. Again, writer is T. Franklin and art is by Max Sarin, but this picks up Harley and Ivy after their Thelma and Louise moment at the end of season 2, and this is kind of the aftermath, or the start of the aftermath, so I'm really excited to see what this looks like, and even more excited for when season 3 comes out, but this comic book series should be a nice little gap in between. Up next is Invincible Red Sonja number 4. Writer Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Connor. Art by Mortat. Cover art by Celine. This is a very fun Red Sonja in-your-face type of series. Definitely does not hold back any punches. She is bikini clad or less in most of this, and it is a lot of blood, guts, and gore, so it is to the extreme of the Red Sonja stories. Definitely not watered down or cleaned up like some of the new Red Sonja series have been. This is very much an in-your-face metal take on Red Sonja. I'm enjoying it. If you don't mind the blood, guts, and gore and the more extreme Red Sonja depiction, then I think you'd really enjoy the Invincible Red Sonja. So pick up number 4 and take a look at that. Up next is Justice League Last Ride number 5 with Chip Zdarsky, Miguel Mendoza, and cover art by Derek Robertson. This is a fun, self-encapsulated Justice League story. The characterization of the characters are a little off at times, but still a very good, self-contained story. Chip Zdarsky's doing a real nice, all-in-one Justice League type of story. It's a lot of fun. It's just a good, old-fashioned Justice League story. Not a lot of crazy storylines. It's nice, it's contained. I believe this ends in 6 issues, so pick it up or wait for the trade, but it is a lot of fun if you're just looking for a real nice, solid Justice League story. Up next is the debut issue of Primordial number 1, the latest offering from writer Jeff Lemire and artist Andrea Sorrentino. They are the team behind Gideon Falls, which I absolutely loved, and they're coming back with a sci-fi bender with the Cold War thriller mixed in, is what the solicit is saying. Anything from these two, I'm gonna take gander on. I'm at least going to do the first 3 issues. I'll probably be in for the whole series. Real interested to see what Jeff Lemire does with this. It's in alternative history type of Earth where we never made it to the moon. Neither the USSR or the USA made it. So this could be interesting, and the animals that we set up there come back down. It will be interesting. So Laika the dog, the monkeys that the Americans sent up, come back down and survive, and they might have changed or they might not have changed. So it's going to be an interesting little story called Primordial number 1. I suggest picking up anything by this creative team, but very excited to see where this goes. Last but not least, this one has a lot of promise. Possessive #2, writer Adam Goldberg and Hans Rondolph, and cover art by Rivero. First issue of Possessive was very set up. Here's kind of what the story is. Not a whole lot happens. And at the end, they give you a little twist that you kind of knew that it was going to have to take a twist like that so that the story could continue. But the setup was real good. You got a real good base understanding. Now I kind of want to see where this all goes and how this all goes. I mean, the main antagonist is clearly a loser and sometimes hard to get behind, but definitely somebody that hopefully they're going to make you want to root for. I don't know that this is going to be horror, but more like comedy type of series. So it's a 3-issue series. Possessive is, again, the middle of it. Let's see what this has the beef to it. The first one was definitely set up, definitely what you expected, but with the talent behind this, I'm excited to see where they go with Possessive. Thank you for watching the Rcomics poll list for September 15th, 2021. I will be back next week with my top 7, but as always, like, share, and subscribe. See you next week.